Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is John Lowson. I am going to be your trainer today on this CPD. I am a practicing clinical hypnotherapist, solution-focused psychotherapist, hypnotherapy supervisor, and trainer in hypnotherapy and hypnosis. And jointly with my partner, Natalie, we operate the Halifax Hypnotherapy Clinic in West Yorkshire. Alongside our busy hypnotherapy clinic, we extend our knowledge to other hypnotherapists, many who feel that their training left them somehow incomplete when dealing with certain clients and their problems. And if you are training or developing your skills as a hypnotherapist, being with us here at HHC is like becoming an advanced driver. Our advanced hypnotherapy training sessions aren't designed to rewrite your training course in any way or undermine the way you have been taught. Absolutely not. This is not about relearning. It's about advancing as a hypnotherapist and no longer dawdling in the slow lane in your mini metro, but cruising in the fast lane in your Lamborghini. I'm delighted today to guide you through this training CPD on NLP parts integration and how, as a solution-focused hypnotherapist, you can use this with your clients. It's a real simple technique to grasp. And as with all my training, I am giving you the technique. I want you to own it, personalize it, and make it yours, allowing you to use it with clients to advance you as a practitioner in change work. As all our training is accredited by the Association for Professional Hypnosis and Psychotherapy, the APHP, and this CPD is acknowledged as 1 hour. So don't forget to log it on your CPD log form. So let's start with a universal human experience, inner conflict. We've all heard clients, and perhaps even ourselves, say things like, a part of me really wants to change, but another part is just scared. This feeling of being torn, of self-sabotage, or being stuck is incredibly common. Today, we're going to explore NLP parts integration, which is a powerful and profoundly respectful method to help our clients resolve these internal struggles. The goal is to help them build self-alignment and move forward with genuine confidence. This handbook and this session will guide you step by step through the theory and practice. By the end of our time together, you'll have a solid framework for using this elegant technique safely and effectively in your own practice. These are the key skills and understandings we'll be focusing on today. So, what exactly is a part? In the context of NLP, a part simply represents a semi-autonomous aspect of a person's internal experience. Think of it as the internal voice that creates that feeling of being divided. These parts often seem to have different values or strategies. For example, one part might value adventure, while another values security. Now, if you remember only one thing from this entire training, let it be this. Every part has a positive intention. This is the absolute cornerstone of this work. Even behaviors that seem problematic or self-sabotaging stem from parts that are trying to help, protect, or provide safety for the individual in some way. There are no bad parts. This idea has roots in various therapeutic models. Virginia Satir used parts parties in family therapy. Gestalt therapy uses the empty chair technique to create dialogue between parts, and Milton Erickson often engaged parts conversationally in trance. NLP streamlines these concepts into a very practical tool. So, when is this technique most useful? Listen for clients who express internal conflict using phrases like, I want to, but I can't, or feel stuck between two distinct options. Maybe clients who describe patterns of self-sabotage or have competing values or roles, such as the drive for a career versus the role of a parent. By using parts integration, we can directly support decision-making, behavioral change, and emotional healing, ultimately leading to greater self-trust and alignment. Let's get into the practical application. The process can be broken down into 7 clear steps. While some practitioners like to use a light hypnotic induction to start, it's important to know that parts integration does not require hypnosis. It can be done fully consciously and still be deeply effective. The client's comfort is the most important factor. Here are the 7 steps we'll walk through now.
Step 1. Identify the conflict.
First, you help the client Clearly name the two parts that are at odds. You can ask, is there a situation where you feel torn or conflicted? An example might be, a part of me wants to be confident and go for it. Another part is afraid of failing.
Step 2. Externalize the parts.
Next, we make the internal conflict external and tangible. Ask the client to hold out both hands, palms up, then have them assign one part to each hand. For our example, the right hand could be confidence and the left hand could be fear. Encourage them to get a sense of each part in their hand. It could be an image, a symbol, or just a feeling.
Step 3. Clarify each part's positive intention.
This is a crucial step. For each part, one at a time, you facilitate a dialogue by asking, what are you trying to achieve for me? Or what's your positive purpose? It's vital that you persist until you uncover the underlying positive intention, not just the surface behavior. For example, the deeper purpose of the fear part might be protection.
Step 4. Elicit common ground.
Once you have the positive intention for both parts, you guide the client to see the connection. You might ask, what higher positive intention could they share? The client will begin to realize that both parts ultimately want the same thing, like well-being or success. They've just been using very different strategies to try and achieve it.
Step 5. Negotiate new roles or integration.
Here, you help the parts agree on a new way to cooperate. You can ask if they would be willing to integrate into a new single part that can fulfill all the positive intentions in harmony. If a part isn't ready, you must respect that and explore its concerns further.
Step 6. Integrate the parts.
This step uses a physical gesture to symbolize the inner change. Invite the client to slowly bring their hands together, allowing the two parts to merge in their imagination. As their hands meet, you can suggest they feel the new energy of integration, a sense of unity, strength, and peace.
Step 7. Future pace.
Finally, we strengthen the change. Ask the client, imagine facing a similar situation in the future. How does it feel now with this integration inside you? We want to ensure the client can connect with a new feeling of confidence and alignment about future challenges. Now, of course, theory is one thing, but seeing it in action is another. So here is a real life scenario with a client. We're going to call the client Lucy, a 20-year-old struggling with finding time to visit the gym. Lucy is at university and works full-time on her days when she isn't attending lectures. Her studying and time not only at work but also a lengthy commute is filling Lucy's stress bucket. Although she is managing, the disappointment of not being able to get to the gym is adding to the bucket massively. The conflict is that one part of her wants her to find the time for the gym, while another part fears burning herself out. We, of course, found a lot and pre-discussed this prior to the technique, and we have edited for confidentiality reasons. Lucy agreed a name for each part prior to the session, simply as gym and rest. Okay, so we're going to do the technique that we discussed in the pre-talk, Neve, which is NLP parts. We're going to think about these two parts coming together and integrating into one part. And of course, we know that we've got the part that realizes that going to the gym is tiring, it's going to take effort, you've been working hard at university, you've been commuting, you've been traveling. But the other part of you that feels that you need to go to the gym, you'd like to go to the gym makes you feel good. It's a nice social event. You can exercise, you can look after yourself, you can get fitter, it helps you with your mental clarity. So these are the two parts that we're going to try and bring together. And both these parts have got a positive intention. Both of these parts are serving, an higher intent. It might be that maybe just one of these parts is a little bit outdated. Maybe it's just got things slightly wrong. So we're going to do a very, very, very light hypnosis. So I'd like you to just close your eyes when it feels ready for yourself. And I want you to just start thinking now about relaxing. Just think about what it feels like to relax, knowing that every single breath that you take is going to help you to relax. And of course, the sound of my voice is going to relax you. Every word that you hear, just taking you deeper
deeper now into hypnosis. That's right. Maybe you notice now how the sound of my voice helps you to relax deeper, deeper. Knowing that the deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper that you'll go. That's right, noticing now maybe the muscles now just starting to relax. Sound of my voice drifting deeper, deeper. Every word that you hear allowing you to relax. Noticing maybe now the muscles in the body, the muscles at the very top of the head, now start to ever so slowly relax. Every time you now hear the word relax, you will find yourself being able to relax. The sound of my voice just taking that relaxation even deeper, deeper. Noticing your eyes now becoming so heavy, so tired. And then even if you felt that you could open your eyes at any point, finding you simply couldn't. And you can feel the muscles down into the cheeks relax now. In fact, the muscles on the back of the neck relax. Jaw dropping with relaxation. Muscles now down the shoulders relax. The spine muscles relax. Muscles into the thighs. The thigh muscles relax now, just letting go of the knees. That's right. The shin, the calf muscles relax now. Letting go of the ankles. Feet, just letting go of the toes. Everything now just starting to completely relax. Every word that you hear now just relaxation, complete. And I want you to now think about these two parts. The part of you that feels that going to the gym is going to be beneficial. Part of you that feels that you're too tired. It's too much effort to go to the gym. And although these parts do have positive intention, both of these parts want the very best for you. And I'd like you to now just acknowledge, first of all, the part of you that wants to go to the gym. Thank you. Just drops into your hand. And then I want you to think about the other part of you that is conflicting, this part that is arguing against this part. And when it feels ready for yourself, I want you to drop that now into your other hand, as we discussed that, right? Thank you, subconscious. And we're going to now start to think about these two parts now working together. Positive intentions that each part has got for you and for your well-being, for your safety. Just bring those two parts now together. You can feel now maybe the hands. What is the left hand saying to the right hand? What is the right hand saying to the left hand? How can these two parts come together? What is the right saying to the left? What is the left saying to the right? These are your words. And just feel now those hands coming together ever so slowly. That's correct. Everything now just starting to work for your benefit. These two parts coming together. And when these two parts have an agreement, you'll find that your hands come all the way together. That's right. You're going to feel these two hands pulling together now. And when it feels right, you can just bring those hands together. Seal the deal. That's right. And just feel now that feeling of confidence, that feeling of control now every single day. Well done. You can now open your eyes.
Rest. So now let's break it down, each part, step by step. Remember to make it you. It needs to feel genuine to the client.
Introduce and identify.
We started by looking at the situation where Lucy felt conflicted, going to the gym or resting.
Externalize.
I asked Lucy to imagine the first part in one of her hands. You can, if you wish, ask the client which part is more dominant, and ask them to place that part in their dominant hand, or hold one hand with the dominant part higher than the other.
Positive intention.
Ask the part in this hand, what are you trying to do for me? What is your positive intention? Again, Lucy had established this in the pre-talk.
Repeat.
Now repeat for the other hand and the other part.
Common ground.
Then act as a facilitator as to how both parts are trying to help. What might that shared purpose be? I always let the client do this without verbalizing it. We have agreed the parts prior, so there's very little chance of any trauma being unearthed.
Negotiate.
Again, I acted as a facilitator, asking Lucy to imagine if these two parts could work together. Would both parts be willing to cooperate?
Physical integration.
I then asked Lucy, when it feels right, slowly begin to bring your hands closer together.
Future pace.
Now imagine a future situation. Notice how it feels now and seal the deal. Your role is to guide, stay neutral, and let the client do the inner work. You hold the space. They have the experience. The client does not have to verbalize what the parts are saying. Now, even with the best technique, you'll encounter moments where the process gets stuck. This is not a failure, it's an opportunity. Let's cover the most common blocks.
If parts won't speak.
Sometimes a part is silent, perhaps due to fear or shame. Don't push. Maybe use a metaphor. Ask, if that part were a character or a creature, what might it be? This creates distance and makes it more accessible. Use somatic awareness. Ask, where in your body do you feel that part the most? This bypasses verbal blocks.
If integration is blocked.
If the parts resist merging, it's because one has unresolved concerns. Respect the resistance. Avoid pushing. Resistance is a protective mechanism. Explore the needs. Ask, what would this part need in order to feel safe joining with the other? Reframe integration. Remind them, this isn't about one part disappearing. It's about creating a stronger team. By establishing the parts prior to the work, we have a roadmap of what we are trying to achieve with the integration. However, if strong emotions should surface, this is a sign of deep work, not a problem. Acknowledge gently, say, that's okay, this part is being heard. Slow down, reduce your pace, and offer grounding techniques. Finally, and most importantly, let's talk about ethics. This work demands sensitivity and a client-centered foundation.
Always seek informed consent.
Before you begin, explain what the process involves and confirm that the client remains in control throughout.
Avoid imposing interpretations.
Your role is to facilitate, not analyze. Instead of saying, that part must be your inner child, ask, what does this part remind you of? Let the client's unconscious do the revealing.
Create psychological safety.
A core message is that there are no bad parts. Remind clients that all parts have a positive intention and often developed for very good reasons. A transformational phrase can be, there are no bad parts, just parts that got stuck in old roles.
Know your scope with trauma.
This work can touch on deep material. If you sense you are approaching unresolved trauma, you must slow down, ground the client, and only proceed if you are specifically trained in trauma-informed practice. Otherwise, the ethical responsibility is to refer to a qualified professional. We've covered a lot of ground in a short time, and I really hope you have found this training to be inspirational and useful. Here are the key takeaways from today's session. Please feel free to contact me should you require any further information on this technique or any other aspect of hypnosis or hypnotherapy. Please take a look at our training website, www.hhctraining.co.uk. Here you will find details on all our free CPDs and paid workshops. If you are a solution-focused hypnotherapist and looking to advance your development within the field of solution-focused hypnotherapy, we facilitate a very useful and supportive supervision community. Again, you can find details on our website. If you would like to order one of our very useful practitioners' handbooks on NLP parts or any of our other publications, then please feel free to pop into our web store. The web store's web address you will find on the screen now. Our web store can also be accessed from all our websites. So a huge thank you from me to you all for your time today, and I am sure we will be seeing each other again really soon. Have a fab rest of the day, whatever you are up to.